Damn, I got to put my water in there. Shit. Now I'm just going to be thirsty. Well, we ain't got enough people on here yet. I can't show the room till we get enough people on here. Ooh, this is downtown Houston. Well, not downtown, but this is Houston right here. I'm on the southwest side of the city. Just woke up. I'm looking a mess. Once I get enough people on here, I'm gonna show y'all the room where I almost left up out of here. It's downstairs, but I'm waiting on more people to come into the show, to the live. I didn't know these windows open like this and they ain't got no screens on them. Oh, you can't open them. Oh, I was saying, I know damn well you can't open up these damn windows. They got them locked. They don't have them locked. You can't open up them. Let me see. Oh, hell yeah, it's hot here. I ain't been outside, but I know it's hot. It's Houston. Oh, they won't let you, this window? Oh, it do open, look. Look, and you can, somebody, oh, it don't open all the way. That's for, no, it do. You just have to move that thing. But it opened up. I guess if there was a fire or something, you could open this up and let the smoke out. Yeah. Ooh. Make sure I close that up. But yeah, it's a nice sunny day today. As soon as we get some more people on here, so I'm gonna show you guys the room where I almost lost my life and ended up in the hospital for a week. Yeah, they might jump, but I won't be jumping. I love myself too much. So okay, yesterday I was at a courtyard. For those who don't know, with my Marriott discounts, I could pretty much stay in any room at the Marriott for a pretty low price. This room, the room yesterday was 50 something, 60 with tax. This room was 45, and 50 with tax. Now this is new because they used to didn't have this. They have actually put a stove in here. So they used to just have, the last time I was here, when I almost lost my life, they just had this here. They didn't have this. So this is new. And I'm glad they put that in here. It's electric. Because some people, these are like long stay hotels. So, for people who want to stay, I don't like this. They need to change this. This is old. It's time for them to get some new beds. Like, these little things are old. It's time for them to upgrade. But This comes with the microwave. It's almost like a Residence Inn, Marriott Residence Inn, but what would be the difference in this and a Residence Inn? The room, well, no, these rooms are pretty much like the Residence Inn. I'm trying to think, why is this different than the Residence Inn? Well, the couch may be a little bit bigger. The couches on the Residence Inns are bigger. The rooms are pretty nice size. I'm trying to light on here. I just got up out the bed. I was asleep. So the rooms are, pretty nice little size. The residence inn, well, it just depends. Like I said, it depends. So this is the bathroom here. It's just a simple little hotel. And then it comes. This is for long term stay. It already comes with the. No, it's a stove right here. It's a stove. But this is new. They didn't have these in here. All they had was just the burners. This is brand new, and it's not gas though. It's not gas. It's electric. Which I think this is better anyway because if you're gonna stay long stay, bitch, you wanna cook like for Thanksgiving or whatever, or you want to just stay a long time. You don't want to just keep putting shit in the microwave and stuff. So it does come with your cups, your spoons, and you see, you got all this in there. Residence Inn is almost like this, yeah. Residence Inn, then you have got your little refrigerator. Let's see how much these rooms are a night on here. Let me see if that'll say how much they are a night on here. Let me see. No, I don't say. I don't. Oh, there you go. Maximum. Well, the maximum for this room is $750. So they could charge up to $750 for this room. Yeah, so this is it. We got enough people. We still don't have enough people in here. I want to show you guys the hotel room where I almost, like I said, lost my life. For those who don't know the story, I run it by you, set it up for you right quick. Well, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago actually, I was here transitioning, moving back to Houston, and I did a show and I was hungry. So I said, well, let me put me something. Let me find me. Speaking of finding something, hold on a minute. I said, well, because these hotels supposed to have. Oh, it comes with a dishwasher too. I forgot to tell you, he's got a dishwasher too. He's got the dishwasher too. So they're supposed to come with. Yeah, see, they didn't have this in the hotel room downstairs. I was looking for a skillet to put my meat in here to cook. So I was in remember I'm in the transition of moving back to Houston. So my apartment was ready, I think in a couple of days. So I stayed at the hotel and I went out to the bar. No, I just did a show and I was hungry. So when I went to go try to find a skillet, I couldn't find a skillet. So I said, well, I'll just put my food, the sausage, I'll put it in my air fryer. Well, it started, um, no, I'm about to start blocking your ass. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't do no damn tarot card reading. Go read the Bible, bitch. So anyway, it started smoking, and as you can see up here, there's the smoke alarm up there, and I didn't want it to go off. So I was like, let me take it out of here, and I'll put it in the microwave because they didn't have the skillet. Put it in the microwave. Ate it. And next thing, I was actually, they had upgraded me that Sunday. I was in a 2-bedroom by myself downstairs. I'm about to show y'all the room. And I can't go inside, but I can show you what was that. So I put it in there. I ate it, and then about 4 or 5 o'clock that morning, I jumped up, and I knew my stomach was. It was just like something was wrong, and I knew I had to use the restroom, so I ran to the bathroom. I didn't even make it to the restroom. I did not make it. It's like I had ate a truckload of X-Lax. It was really bad, and my head was hurting. I was dehydrated, and I was food poisoned. But I've been food poisoned before, but not to that extreme. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna get better. 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 I got worse. Um, and I didn't go to the hospital because at the moment, because I didn't want to go to the Houston hospital. And I'm about a few minutes from Katy Hospital. Katy is really a good hospital. Katy is a little town right outside of Houston, and that's where my best friend lived. He lived out there in the Fulshire Katy area, and that's why I wanted to go. I didn't want to go to the Houston hospital at all, you know. And so, please do not interrupt me while I'm talking. I'm trying to tell a motherfucking story. Shit. So, so I get so I didn't make it to the bathroom. So, but I'm spending up time trying to clean up, you know, the trail I left behind, trying to make it to the bathroom. And I called my best friend and told him I was sick. He was like, "Do you want me to come and take you to the hospital?" I was like, "Nah, I'll be all right." So I realized that I couldn't taste water. Like I couldn't taste water. Like, and I know y'all might say, you can't taste water. Oh, yeah, you can. Water has a taste. And it, I said, something's wrong. Like, something's not right. So I said, come and get me Monday when you get off from work and, whatever, and I'll be okay. Because I didn't want him to, this is Sunday. Uh, let me remove this person. Hold on, y'all. I ain't got time for no bullshit. Okay, I just blocked that person. Okay. So, all right. So anyway, um, all right. So I laid down and I said, well, let me lay down, and I think I'll get better. I got worse. So it was time for me to get up and go pay for my room, and I went to go pay for my room, and I got to the front desk. I couldn't remember my password to get into my phone. That's how my mind was like. I guess I was losing my mind or something. I don't know. I could not remember my little four password so that I could pay for my room. Luckily, the people knew me here because with my Marriott discount, because hell, they could have thought I was on drugs, called the police on me. I could have got beat up by the police. Like, we don't know what's wrong with this guy. Something wrong with him. He's acting crazy because I was like, I mean, I was literally doing this trying to, and I started crying. I was breaking down. And the lady said, well, go back to the room. We'll check on you before 7 and whatever. Don't lock your door. I mean, lock it, but don't put the latch on it or whatever. And I said, okay. So I woke up before 7 and I went up there. I remembered the numbers, and I wrote the numbers down. Went back up to the front, paid for the room, and then I told the lady, I said, I'm gonna keep my door open, in case I don't wake up in the morning. In which a lot of people was mad at me because they was like, you should have went to the hospital. You shouldn't be waited that late. But I didn't want to go to the Houston hospital. I wanted to go out to Katy, free out there in Katy, because I know it probably would have been better for me. So I get back to the room, and I went ahead and I wrote down all of my emergency contacts in case I didn't wake up. I put my best friend's number first, which was here in Houston. And then I put my mom's name down, and then I went down the line. I put it right next to my bed, and I fell asleep. And then when I fell asleep, I woke up again. I kept running back. Listen, the bed was so fucked up. I thought I had gas, but I didn't have. I know this sounds gross, y'all, but I'm just trying to tell y'all what happened. I didn't have gas. I had bad taste. I had bad diarrhea. It was horrible. And so I had to leave that bedroom and go into the other bedroom. And I kept taking the sheets off the bed, and I kept changing my underwear. Hell, I needed some diapers on at that point, but I don't wear diapers. So I couldn't get to any Imodium AD, and that wouldn't help because whatever I would drink, it would come up. Like it would come right back up. So I knew I was in trouble. So finally, the next day, my friend came, and I was so sick that he actually he put me on a cart. Okay, let's go downstairs and I'm gonna show you out the room. Okay. Of course, I can't go in the room, but I'm gonna show you where the hall was, and I'm gonna show you the cart that he put me on because I couldn't walk, and I still had, and I put on like three or four pairs of underwear and a whole bunch of shorts because I had, and he put a plastic bag in his car in his seat because I still had uncontrollable diarrhea. Yeah, it was real bad. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you the room. This was only 2 years ago. This was only 2 years ago. This just happened. It was in February of 2025. February of 2025. I tried to get them to put me back in the room, but they didn't. You're not running nothing. You ain't running a motherfucking thing. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. So you shut the fuck up. He is a real friend because when my car broke down, when I first moved to Houston 4 years ago, he paid to get my car fixed. So bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. So you shut the fuck up. You ain't running shit over here, but your motherfucking mouth. That's what you running. Yeah, that's what you run in your mouth. Yeah, when I'm 4 years ago when I left, and since that person brought up that I'm gonna show you what a real friend is. Hold on, and I'm gonna tell you what else my friend did for me. The one that they, hey Angela, since that person said that what a real friend would have done. Just hold on a second. I'm gonna tell you that story. You just give me 1 second. I'm glad you brought it up, you hater. Hey, white boy. Okay, so this is the room where I was. So this is the room right. No, they had electricity. He just had to turn on the circuit breaker. Something happened to the circuit breaker. This is it, room 133. That was it right there. That's the room. It's a 2 bedroom. Right there. That's the room. And this is the door I came out of right here. This is the door he had to bring me out of. And I'm gonna show you what he wheeled me out on. He wheeled me out on. Hold on. Hey Penny. Hey Penny. I'm just not saying your name. I don't know why that thing don't want to open. Every time I think it only do it at night. Ooh, Lord, I'm sleeping. And I just woke up. These things right here, this is what he wheeled me out. I have to get in this right here. So, hi, how you doing? Pretty good. All right. All right, going back up to the room. So the person that was trying to be cute, I guess that little pool area back there, but I don't do pools, honey. So, so anyway, so I was showing everybody the room where I got sick at. So somebody came and just left a comment and said if Dad would have been a real friend, he would have called an ambulance. But the person is a hater because they didn't hear me when I said, he said, "Do you want me to come get you?" And I said, "No, I'll be fine. Just come get me when you get off from work." Because remember, he lived 30 miles outside of where, well, actually, oh, excuse me. He didn't live far from me, but it wasn't close. And he had to work Monday morning. So I said, just come get me, when you get off from work. To the person that was hating, running their fucking mouth, don't know what they talking about. And then they said if he was a real friend, well, let me tell you what a real friend did for me. In 2017, when I moved to Houston, this was before the last time, I was driving, coming into Houston. This is a true story. Matter of fact, I don't think I even told y'all this story. And so I was driving, coming into Houston, and this is a true story. You know what? I don't think I ever told y'all this story time before. Hold on, I'm turning on my light. I don't think I ever told y'all this story time before. No, I haven't. I've told it before, but y'all, like a lot of y'all are new, and I don't think I ever heard this story time. So I was driving, coming into Houston. I had all my stuff in the car. But that was the time. Remember, I told you I had left the club scene. I was done with the clubs and done with the Negroes acting up, and I was ready to move on with my life. And I was ready to. And it was around Harvey. And I was gonna move to Houston earlier, but Harvey happened, and it was real bad here. And so the apartment that I was gonna move into got destroyed. It was just a lot going on. And so anyway, I had my shit packed. I'm driving. I'm so happy. I'm headed to Houston. I'm going to Houston. I'm so happy. And I get outside of Houston after I pass Conroe, Texas, Huntsville, Conroe, and there's a little town. It's not a little town, but I want to say it's something road, Rayford Road, or whatever. It's about 20 miles outside of Houston. It's before you get to, it's after Greens Point. I think it's after Greens Point or before Greens Point. And all of a sudden, my car stopped. It just froze up on me. At first, the radio went out. I said, "What the fucking radio?" So then I'm hitting the radio. Then all of a sudden, my air goes off. What the fuck is going on? So, oh shit, I don't need this. I'm moving to Houston with everything I had. I sold everything to start over, and I just had my clothes and my personal things, and that's when I started over. And so it was the air, no, the radio first, then the air. Then all of a sudden, my car locked up on me, y'all. I swear to God, locked up on me just completely. I couldn't turn left, I couldn't turn right, and when I was able to turn, it was so hard that I was struggling to get off the freeway. I swear to God, I never told y'all this story, and I'm glad that hater said something about if my friend was a true friend. That would make this is what made me tell y'all this story time. So I was trying to get that bitch. I said, God, please let me get off this freeway. God, please. The traffic in Houston is around about 5, 6 o'clock too. All I wanted to do was just get off the freeway. I didn't give a damn what happened to that car. I didn't care. I just didn't want. I mean, my car. I could not even move the steering wheel. That's how bad it was. So I was saying, God, please, please let me get off the freeway. Please, please, please. I just want to get off the freeway. What's wrong with my car? What's wrong with my car? What's wrong with my car? Whoo! Thank God I was all the way over in the right lane, and I was able to ease my way on over. Look, y'all, I didn't have no signal. I didn't have nothing. Somebody could have hit me. Somebody could have ran into me because I couldn't let everybody know what was going on because I was trying to get out of traffic. Luckily, I was able to make over, pull over the side of the road, and I just broke down crying. And I called my friend, who the person said was if he was a real friend, and I said, "Come get me. I don't care. Bring your truck. I don't give a fuck about this car. I'll get another car. I don't care. I just want to go to my apartment and then because I had my apartment and everything, right? And I had my keys. Well, I was gonna pick up my keys that day. I said, I don't give a fuck about this car. Da, 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 da. Come get me. I don't care. Da, da, da. So he said, "Friend, I'm coming to get you and your car. You are not gonna let that car go. Don't worry about it. I got you." He came and picked me up. They had the car towed to his mechanic, and he paid for it. Now, to the person who's still watching, they've been. I blocked him. I either blocked him or put him on timeout. Yes, you bitch. I'm talking to you. That's what you call a friend. And that to have that car fixed, it was not over. It was not less than 1,000. It was over $1,000. So don't tell me about what a fucking friend is. I know what a friend is. Chase has been my friend for years. And for those who don't know how me and Chase met, okay, I'll make it fast and quick because I'm getting ready for the show. Back in the 80s, when I first moved here when my mom and dad separated, um, my best friend named Lee, who before I met Chase, gave me a job at this Mighty Burger. It was a place called Mighty Burger. So me and Lee became friends. He took me to my first gay club in Houston. We hung out. We were like best friends. We were not lovers. We were just best friends. And we hung out and we just, we were best of friends. He's the one that my friend Lee is the one that at the time that I didn't have a place to stay and I was running the streets and shit. Um, and his roommate tried to kill me. He pulled a knife on me, tried to stab me. I didn't have anywhere to go. He's the one that took me to Conroe, Texas, to stay with his mom. Hmm. That's how close we were. So it was Lee, Clayton, and Michael. Clayton and Michael. I dated both of them actually. So Clayton, Lee, Clayton, and Michael, me, and Donald. It was all of us. Chase was nowhere in the scene. He was nowhere to be found. There was no Chase. It's just us five. Us five. It was first as me and Lee, and then Michael came, and then Clayton came, and then that's when Donald came. It was just us five, and we were all came. So when I met Lee, he worked at Mighty Burger, but he also had another job at a Hart's Chicken. Hart's Chicken is still around in Houston. They just dip. They're not as big as franchise as they used to be, but they still around. And so Lee was the manager for Hart's Chicken too, and he also worked for Kentucky. Anyway, when Lee left Hart's Chicken or Popeyes or one of them chicken places, he started working for Tars R Us. He was working for Tars R Us in Houston, and then they offered him a job in San Antonio. Well, that's where my friend Chase is from. So Chase lived in San Antonio. He was working for Tars R Us. That's how they met, right? So I met Chase through my best friend brother who died in 2009 through, that's how I met Chase through him. Well, all of those guys are gone now. Lee died in '09. Michael died, I think, a year after him. Then Clayton died and Donald died. They all died. Donald had diabetes real bad. Clayton, I think he killed himself. Um, he was a diabetic, and Lee was a diabetic. But everybody except Donald, they shot up and did drugs. I tell this story all the time. I tell this story all the time. They used to do it right in front of me, and I just never indulged. And I think that, and I know that if they had not indulged in shooting up and doing cocaine and drugs and stuff like that, they would still be here. They would still be here. They would be here right now if they hadn't been indulging in drugs and stuff. And so now that those four are gone, out of my Houston friends, um, me and Chase are the one. We're the only two left from the Houston crew. That's why me and him are so close. Yeah. Now Craig, the guy I was with Friday in Dallas, I knew him before Chase, so me and him are close too. Yeah, me and Craig. I knew Craig before Chase, before anybody, because I met him in college when he was in U of H. Yeah, yeah. So Craig, I met Craig first, and then I met Lee. Hmm. No, 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 no. Hold on, PT. I'm getting old. Let me make sure I got that right. No, I met Lee. I met. Wait. Oh shit. Hold on. No, 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 no. I got that wrong. I met. No, I met Craig. I met Craig first. Yeah, and then I met Lee. Yeah, I met Craig first because Craig was he was in college. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, for those who didn't see it, go back and watch the video. This is the hotel where I got sick at, and I always talk about it. And this was the worst. This is the sick I ever been in my life. I never spent the night in the side of a hotel. I mean, a hotel. I keep saying a hotel. I never spent the night inside of a hospital ever in my life. I've been in hospitals, I've been to emergency rooms, but I've never spent a whole week inside of a hospital until 2 years ago. At 65, I think I've done pretty goddamn good. So yeah. Mhm. So yeah, but that and the reason why I didn't want to go to the hospital in Houston, because child, go figure, okay? Houston, Texas hospital, I got to that hospital in Katy, Texas. The motherfuckers looked at me and rolled me right upstairs after they did my blood work and everything. They was like, "Oh no, we gotta take you upstairs, buddy." Put the heart thing on my. They put the monitor on my heart. I couldn't use the restroom by myself. They had to take me to the bathroom. They had to watch. I didn't take a shower until like I think I took a shower 2 days after I got there because I was so sick, you know, and they had to come in and change me and stuff. Ooh, it was horrible. That was horrible. Hmm. But it was just food poisoning and didn't even have COVID. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm only 25. This hospital wasn't. And that's why I didn't want to go to the hospital in Houston. I wanted to specifically go to the one in Katy, Texas, because I knew that they were, I knew that they were off the chain. And they did me good. They did me good. I'm telling you, they were so good I didn't want to leave. And that was around the summertime. I mean, I'm sorry, that was around the wintertime. It was like in February. It was cold, but the room was comfortable. Oh my God, they gave me warm socks, warm blankets. Oh, bitch, you couldn't tell me I wasn't a diva. Hey, AW. And baby, when I tell you they had, oh Lord, they treated me so good. I was so mad they wouldn't let me eat nothing. I only ate soups. Like I said, this shit is nasty. How y'all expect me to get better if y'all don't give me something? That shit was so fucking nasty. But I got better. I got better, and then I ended up going back to the hospital the next day because I had shingles in it. I kept seeing all these little white things on my eye. I said, "What the fuck is this on my eye?" My eye was down like this, y'all, way down here. So my best friend said, "You need to go back to the hospital." And he took me back. And the lady, she was like, when she came in, and I guess she could look at my record. She said, "Wait a minute." She said, "You was just here for a whole week. What's wrong with you now?" I said, "Baby, I don't know. Just look and see what's going on with my eye." She put a light up in my eye. She put some stuff in my eye. She said, "Oh, you got shingles." Yep. You got shingles in your eye. Whew, I said, girl, what else could go wrong? They didn't see that, but it didn't show up in the hospital until it didn't show up until after was getting ready to leave, and then, that's when it did. Yeah, and that lady said, luckily you came back. You could have lost your eye. Oh, it would have got worse. But that was my only time I ever spent the night in the hospital. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. hmm That was the worst, man. That was the worst. Never been inside of a hospital. I couldn't understand why. I couldn't understand why they kept coming to my hotel room. Man, I keep calling it a hotel room because it was just like a hotel. I had shingles on my forehead. Got hurt so bad I can't imagine how. It didn't hurt my eye. That's the miracle. It didn't hurt my eye. It did not hurt. hmm It did not hurt my eye. It did not hurt at all. It didn't hurt. It could be because it could be because of the medication they had me on. Because they gave me a lot of pills to pop, and they told me to take these pills. Don't stop taking them. My diarrhea went away and everything. My food taste finally came back the day before I left or the day I left, and baby, I ordered everything on the menu. And I lost weight. I lost weight, right? I wish I can get back down to that size again. Oh my God. Baby, I was an Al Sharpton size. Well, that's how small I used to be back in the day. We all used to be small back in the day, some of us, you know. Yeah, they leave one symptom and cause something else, yeah. mm uh, Anyway, y'all, I'm going to take another little nap and I'm going to get up and do a show. So here's the deal. Um, one more night in Houston. I had to take care of some stuff here with Chase because we're trying to figure out which one of these which we're trying to figure out which one of these what am I trying to say? Which one of these ticket things we're going to use once we start selling these tickets for the comedy show. So that's what him and I were doing because I'm not too good at that shit. He works in that type of environment, but he's good with figuring out. He knew more than me than I did as far as like tickets sales and stuff. So that's why I came here. Now Monday I leave to go to Austin. I'm not gonna do a hotel Monday, but I'm gonna do one Tuesday because I had to get up and be on the radio early Wednesday morning, and then I go home Thursday. I want everybody listening to me to tune in to the radio station and listen to me cut the fuck up. Tune in and listen to me cut the fuck up on the radio. I'm gonna act a goddamn fool. I'm gonna act a fool. But you got to tune in and listen, okay? It is KAZI, Kansas Apple Zebra Independent 88.7 in Austin, Texas. You can download the app and you can listen to me live. Now, for some reason, the live fucks up, which it shouldn't because it's a real radio station. It is an actual real station. And it's actually at the PBS. It's actually at the PBS building. Public Broadcasting System. They moved it, so they're in the Public Broadcasting System, a building. It's a very beautiful building. This is like my one, two, three. This may be my fourth appearance on the radio station. Maybe my fourth. I don't get paid for it. I do it because the radio is my dream job. I would love to be on radio. Should have been on radio already a long time ago. But we won't go there, will we? Mm-mm. Um, and so these people don't owe me anything. They don't have to put me on the air. Uh, they don't have to do any of that. So, and it is a community radio station, and they solely depend on donations. So I'm pleading and asking everybody, if you don't send nothing but $5, anything over $5, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. You know, send $5 to the station because I want them to say, damn, we made $1,000 off this dude. You know, apparently they must be getting donations every time I go in there because they let me come back. They keep letting me come back. So, and they said if I lived in Austin, I would probably be on the radio probably all the time but I don't live in Austin. So, so all right. So yeah. So there you go. All right. And it's not an April Fool's joke. I'm actually going to be there, unless something happened between now and then. But we don't believe that's going to happen. I will be there early, and so I'll be hanging out with my nieces and stuff tomorrow. They crazy. They don't have they have no brains. They all crazy. They like to drink and party. So we'll be hanging out Monday night, and then Tuesday I'll go get my room. And then I'll get up early Tuesday morning. And guess what? The hotel I'm staying at uh, Tuesday, it's a Marriott. They don't have incidentals. Like they don't charge you for incidentals. I ain't never heard of that. I've never heard of a hotel that don't charge you for incidentals. And it's downtown Austin, and it's only 100 and I think it's for that one night. It's like no, it's actually for 2 nights. For Tuesday, Wednesday, checking out Wednesday. It's like $130. That's all. It's not bad, huh? It's not bad at all. Yeah. And then I'll be headed back to home, and then getting this shit together for this comedy show. Love you guys. Oh, let me say this. Y'all, y'all had to look at the flyer. I said a meet and greet in Houston. Somebody said, I can't afford the ticket. Oh, I really want to see you, but how much are the tickets? There is no ticket for a meet and greet. It's just we're gonna meet up and do like dinner somewhere. This is free. You pay for your own goddamn food, but it'll most likely be like a Papa Do's or something like that. And I'm not gonna post that where it's gonna be because it's gonna be only RSVP. Uh, you know, you have to have a social media. You have to have pictures. You have to have something where we can see who you are. You can't just show up. It's not gonna be like that. And I'm not gonna post where the place is gonna be online. I would be a fool to do that. So everybody say you want to meet me in Houston the first Saturday. It's free. We having dinner. That's it. We having like a after like a late lunch dinner that Saturday, the first Saturday in July. No, it's free. You got to pay for your own food, but we're just meeting up. I ain't having no show. I'm not having a show. I'm not doing the show until July in Atlanta. So y'all know. So Houston, for all y'all who think y'all don't read flyers, y'all just look at something. And anyways, it doesn't cost anything for us to meet up and hang out and take pictures and laugh and talk. That's free. That's so just to clear that up. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna take a little nap. I'm gonna get up, get ready for the show. Um, okay, I'm gonna get up, take a little nap, get ready for the show, and make my money back from what I spent since I've been on the road. Love you guys. Okay, I will see y'all in a little while. Whew, I'm tired. No, I'm not going out tonight. I ain't doing none of this shit. I'm resting. And I will see you guys. What time is it? Let me see what time is it. It's 5:30. I'll probably start the show around by. I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial because it brings a lot of views to my live. I'll see y'all around about. Um, I guess I'll see y'all around about. So what time is it? Going on 5:30, maybe 6:37. Okay, it's gonna be 7 is still early. Yeah, so I'll see y'all around about 6:30 or 7. I'm gonna take a little nap, little bit more nap, and I'll see y'all then. Okay, love you guys. Bye bye. Thanks, moderators. See y'all later. Bye bye.